Welcome to Animating in Premiere Pro. Now, animation in Premiere Pro are basic, but they will do a lot of favors to you when you are trying to do some effects here with movements, opacity, or even scaling. In this lecture, we are going to cover how to animate in general within Premiere Pro, and you will learn about the concept of keyframing. So let's start. We are now in section 9.2, and let's start animating. Now, you remember if you have a graphic clip, you can edit it on the side of Essential Graphics, but also you can animate it on the side of the Effect Controls. So all animation will happen on the side of Effect Controls. Let's scroll up the opacity, for example, the motion and everything, so we see it clear. First of all, let's have a look at the Effect Controls. You have here motion, you have opacity, you have the time remapping that also you can animate, and you have the three layers. So you have now the choice what to animate. You can animate each layer within the graphic clip, or you can animate the whole graphic clip. To animate the whole graphic clip, and not only this graphic clip, any other clip, you will use the motion here. So I'll click on motion and notice exactly what happened. Let's go to 25%, for example. Here you are. You can see that you have a border, a blue border now with some delimiter points here. Now you have selected the whole clip, not its layers. It can work also for the other clips if you like. If you double click on it, here you are. You are now in the effect controls and you are into motion. Let's scroll down motion and let's go back to our graphic clip. That will be better. So now we have selected the graphic clip. You can click one of the delimiters and scale it down. You notice you are scaling the whole clip. Let's go back to fit now. Cool. Now you can scale the whole clip according to the anchor point. So if you move the anchor point, if you press Control or Command on the Mac, you can just snap it to this delimiters point here. Fine. Let's put it over here. And here you are. You are now scaling up and down according to the anchor point. Fine. I will undo this. 1, 2, yes. Notice how you scale. You can just play with the scale over here. Also, you can click on it and position it anywhere you want. You can put it over here if you like, anywhere you like. Now notice how the position is changing here. I will undo this so it's still in the center. If you click and scrub on the position, you can take it left or right. That is on the x-axis, and this is up and down on the y-axis. I will undo to leave it in the center. So how do you animate? Let's select our clip. We click on motion. Now we are animating the whole clip. I repeat that. Let's bring it back to 100. So the scale is 100% or 100. And let's do a slide animation. We want this clip just to slide to the right. So that's pretty easy. Now you have the concept of keyframe that you are going to see here. It's very easy. I'll show you. So let's say after some time, according to the sequence or relative to the sequence, you want this clip to be in this position. That's pretty easy. To start an animation, you click on the stopwatch here. It says toggle animation. So now if I click on it, you will notice a keyframe has been created and the animation has been initiated. The concept of the keyframe is very easy. It means at this time, relative to the sequence, at 5 seconds 14, position the clip at this position, 640 by 360. But now, if you go back in time, you can now change the position of the clip and notice what's going to happen. I'll just click on the horizontal value and drag it out. Here you are. I'm sure if you know After Effects, you are very used to that. Now, I have two keyframes. One, you can see half of it because it's just at the beginning of the clip. The first one says, at this time, which is 4 seconds 17, position the clip here. And the next keyframe says, let's move to the next keyframe. This is the keyframe navigator. Click on the right one. I move to the next keyframe. It says at this time, position it at these coordinates. Very easy. Let's take our playhead and put it outside. And let's put an in point here and come back and put an out point. And let's loop it. We click on the wrench in the program monitor and we say loop. So we make sure that it is checked. Here you are. Now, if I press spacebar, notice what's happening. Here is the clip being animated. It goes from the first keyframe position to the second keyframe position. That's one way to animate, and it's very easy. Notice exactly with motion, you will animate the whole clip. Also, this animation can apply to any clip you have in the timeline. Of course, not for the audio, only for the video. For example, let's disable this clip, the graphic one, and let's work with this one. First of all, I will zoom in the timeline and give it some time before, just from here, so it overlaps. I'll come to the beginning of the clip, and then we say after a few seconds, so just here, I want the clip to be in this position. I will just press on the stopwatch, and this keyframe is at this time, put my clip in this position, which is in the center. Before that, I'm gonna click on it and just move it to the outside. Here you are. Now, if I press spacebar to play, I'm playing the video. I will also play the animation. Here you are. The clip comes in. Maybe it's too fast. You can click on your keyframe and just move it around like this. Now it's much slower the way you would like. So in between is the time the motion will take. Cool. So this is about animating within Premiere Pro. And if you want to cancel your animation, make sure that your playhead is on the right moment. For example, here, relative to the animation, not where the video is playing, of course. And you can click on the stopwatch. It tells you this action will delete existing keyframes. So your animation will be removed. And you say, okay, now you don't have any animation. Cool. You can come over here and try with the scale, for example. You keyframe the scale. Now the scale is uniform. It means it works with the X and the Y, or the height and the width. And then before that, you bring it over here. You notice we are overlapping, and we bring it to 0. If you play, here we are. Cool. Of course, you can make it pretty fast. Wow, not bad. So you started to animate within Premiere Pro. Now, a word of advice. This is not After Effects. This is not a motion graphics, motion video program. This is just to give you some effects that you might require within your project. So don't use it too much. Just 1 or 2 scenes that will shift, or maybe some small clips that you want to show them all on one screen. You can do that. Don't overdo it. Keep the spirit of video editing, not motion in video. Thank you very much for listening. In the next lecture, you are going to learn how to animate the layers within the graphic clip. I will see you then.